Strawberry plants actually are a fairly hardy plant. They've grown all over the world. These varieties are bred specifically for Ontario. Each strawberry bloom produces one fruit. This is known as a strawberry truss, and this truss came from a strawberry plant, and there's about 10 bloom on each truss. So we'll have 10 strawberries from that plant. And this is where the bees come and do their work. A lot of flavor is due to the amount of sunlight that occurs during the fruiting time. If we have lots of sunlight, we tend to have sweeter fruit, higher sugar content. If we get a cloudy year, the berries aren't very sweet. You can't blame the bees for the flavor.
It takes a lot of hard work to get these strawberries to the stage they're at now. They really are a high maintenance plant. We plant around 13,000 plants on every acre, and each year we plant between 15 and 20 acres of strawberries. We have to keep the weeds out, apply the straw, fertilize them. So everybody loves strawberries, but not everybody knows just how much work it really is to grow them.
The great challenge for June-bearing strawberries, of course, is you work 49 weeks of the year, and then in 3 weeks you pick that whole crop. My mission statement is to pick them by 7, deliver them to the store or to the market by 9, have the consumer pick them up that same day, and have them eating them in the afternoon or the evening. And that's really the best way for June-bearing strawberries to get delivered to the consumer. The next 2 weeks will be our peak for the wholesale business. The Pick Your Own will open. Of course, once that happens, we get a lot more people out on the farm, and our farm market gets that much busier.
Part of the satisfaction on a day like today is, number one, it's a good crop, but it's also a fun place to be. People are happy, it's a great summer day. It's really satisfying to grow good, healthy food for people. The same field can be harvested several times throughout the season, and so we harvest it in an organized fashion. So we'll pick this field today, and then we might not come back to it until the day after tomorrow. The Get Fresh Strawberry Festival has really become a big event across Ontario. We're privileged to be one of the farms that hosts festival activities, and it's a great way to just celebrate the summer, celebrate great fruit, and we're really glad to be part of it.
We can produce as good, if not better, a better tasting product than anybody else in the world. And we don't have to travel nearly as far as all these other products do. So the buy local movement is great for the farming community, but it's also great for the consumer. They're getting a fresh product, fresh, nutritious product at a reasonable price. In Ontario, there are probably about a dozen different varieties of raspberries.
The most popular varieties in the marketplace is the red varieties. They're sweet, they're attractive, and make great sauces and jams and pies.
As you can see, the cane can grow to 6 or 7 feet high, and when it's fully loaded with fruit, the wind, if we get a wind, which we inevitably do, it tends to want to swing the canes back and forth, and it damages the fruit. So we go in the early season before the plant has leafed out, and we trellis the plants to hold them upright during the season.
The other thing raspberries need is some sort of trickle or drip irrigation. They don't do well with overhead irrigation because it's too hard on the very delicate berry.
Honeybees are an important part of our farm operation for pollination in all our crops. Honeybees particularly like raspberries and are highly attracted to them because of the volume of nectar that's in the raspberry plant.
We're standing inside of a high tunnel that covers a crop of raspberries. What you see behind me here is fall-bearing raspberries or ever-bearing raspberries. It takes 3 of these tunnels to make up 1 acre. One of the reasons that we put tunnels over raspberries is to protect them from rain, as they are a very perishable fruit. Ever-bearing raspberries are different from July raspberries in that they will fruit for basically 4 months versus 3 weeks.
So today we have Pick Your Own customers picking and harvesting, but we also have our workers harvesting the fruit, selling it to those who don't want to pick themselves, and also wholesaling the fruit to various local buyers.
When you're picking raspberries, you look for firm, mature fruit, ripe fruit, and it's pulled directly off the plant. This is a center core that comes out of the plant.
One of the things that we recommend is that the people take their container and tie it around their waist. That frees up both hands rather than having one hand holding the container and only being able to pick. Now you have two hands free, which means you're picking twice as fast.
Lots of families here today will be picking these raspberries, going home and making jam or freezing them to enjoy throughout the winter. So really it's a great family outing and a great way to get in touch with the seasons.